Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories, hotties, and constant disappointments, naughties. Here are your hosts, Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe.
Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty. My name's Michael Beck.
I'm Hicks.
And I'm Dwight Slappe.
So, boys, this week I want to kick us off starting with what is your hottiest film adaptation? And the reason I want to start with an adaptation is I, like millions of other Americans and people in other countries too, they have countries have countries overseas. Jesus Christ, they have movies overseas.
Not as good as this one, Beck.
Well,
No, we don't even think about them.
Serves me right. When you start the show with xenophobia, you deserve to fuck up the joke. That's it's right there. Anyway, The Odyssey. The Odyssey is a popular movie right now, and also a movie that my wife and I, my lovely wife Crystal, friend of the program, that we saw this past weekend, and I thought it was terrific. Walking out of the film, I thought it was maybe, like a solid B plus. But since I've thought about it since then and have talked it over with Crystal and a few other people, I'm moving that grade up to B plus / A minus. Too close to call.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think it interacted with contemporary events in weird, unexpected ways that I was not at all expecting. And I don't want to talk too much about that, because if you haven't seen The Odyssey, you should go out and see it. And longtime listeners to the show, so Holly, my mom, my brother Kevin, the three of you will know I'm usually not a huge Christopher Nolan fan, but I thought this was terrific. I thought this was his best movie. I thought it was wonderful, and it was a long movie, and I didn't find myself going, Jesus Christ, when is this thing going to end? Which I think is usually a good sign. Tom Holland was miscast. Tom Holland was too old for his role, but other than that,
That's it.
people were terrific. It looked great. The effects were incredible. Most of the effects were practical effects, I think. It was top shelf filmmaking. Have either of you seen The Odyssey?
I have not. I'm incredibly bummed because I was in Indianapolis this past weekend and we were on a time crunch doing things the family wanted to do. We got a fever game, went to the Newfields Museum and went go-kart racing, but just couldn't fit in because they had right there 70 millimeter IMAX, one of the 25 locations. I know I could have beheld it in all its glory, but
it wasn't sold out. Did you check to see if it was sold out?
I'm going to just tell them I did not check. I just didn't even want to look.
It was probably sold out.
Okay,
it was sold out.
That's it. It was sold out. Couldn't see it. So, it's okay. I loved spending time with my family doing the things they wanted to do while I drove for over 12 hours that weekend. It was great. I'm just big old dad. Good times.
Nothing like being a happy family in Indianapolis.
Beck, I got to see it because I never impregnated a lady. And I really enjoyed it. And again, we won't spoil anything, but it really lulls you. You almost think it's going to be bad because the first 20 minutes, there's a lot of Tom Holland and very little Matt Damon. So it's kind of a slog to begin with, but then it really turns things around.
It makes me happy to know that you were also displeased with Tom Holland's performance.
Yeah, he's almost 30 years old, or is 30 years old. They could have cast any number of 19-year-olds in this part, and it would have been way better. Agreed.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think we can
like Timmy Chalamet.
Yes. Someone who could play young, like an Ethan Hawke. And maybe I'm good with Tom Holland being Spider-Man, and I don't need him to be anything else. He's tried, and it's not coming through. It's
Yep.
Yeah.
It's your thing, dude.
He's great.
Just embrace it.
He's great Spider-Man.
You're Peter Parker.
Man, great.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. Makes a very subpar non-alcoholic beer. I will say that. Still have some in my fridge from months ago. Not great.
So after really, what was the name of the beer? Biro?
Biro rhymes with zero.
I get it. Thanks, Tom Holland. So
I
now
didn't.
that you've had, I think everybody who listens to this is a completist and has been with us the entire Biro saga.
Oh yeah. They know.
But now that you've had it, you've sat with it for a couple of months. You are anti-Biro. It's not even good for a NA.
Yeah, man, it's not great. It's pretty lackluster. I can get things much cheaper that are much better. I think I've made my way through half of the 12-pack, and that's over the course of 2 months or so. My youngest son, Desmond, may or may not have had more of it than I have. I don't know. It's NA. It's okay. I'm not developing bad habits in this household.
Jacob Elordi has a Zima now with no alcohol that you can still put Jolly Ranchers in.
Great.
So I'm hearing just now that we are no longer the official podcast of Biro.
No, we're still the podcast of Biro. This is the best review they have.
Yeah. We are the only podcast that has mentioned Biro.
We're also the most
podcast.
Positive podcast about Tom Holland's performance in The Odyssey. They're not going anywhere.
Now, who I thought was, we're going to talk about The Odyssey just one more minute, then I promise we'll move on. Who I thought was oddly wasted in The Odyssey was Charlize Theron, who I thought was great casting as Calypso. And I wanted her to have more to do in the movie. I thought that her role was a little underwritten, which is disappointing because I always enjoy her in things.
Yeah, it was really hard to feel sorry for Matt Damon when he was torn between Charlize Theron and Anne Hathaway. It's like, wow, man, this guy's really put upon.
Right.
Which fabulous Greek island do I want to live on forever with?
Do I want to hit the Powerball or the Mega Millions tomorrow? I don't know.
After watching it, though, I do think John Bernthal should have played every role.
Yes. Yeah, he was a lot of fun.
I love that guy.
He was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like that Nolan just embraced everyone's actual accent or didn't go out of their way for everybody to match some made up vernacular or accent or whatever, except for our boy Tom Holland, who is British as shit, could have used his actual accent and maybe it would have helped his performance. Maybe.
I kind of wish they'd all been doing over the top, like Zorba the Greek style, terrible Greek accents, like that you would have seen in a sketch in a 1960s American comedy show, like just grotesquely offensive Greek accents.
If they would have said Opa after everything, I'm still waiting for Hollywood to give me the movie where every character has John Malkovich's accent from Rounders. That's what I want.
God.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Sadly, Oreos weren't invented until Roman times, so he couldn't do that little tell that he had.
Splice the fucking pot.
The official podcast of Rounders. Slice. What is your hottiest film adaptation?
Chick, oh fucking day.
There it is. Yes. That's the one I was looking for, and it wasn't coming to me. There it is. It's funny because my favorite adaptation is Rounder. No, I don't even know if that was a book to begin with.
It's based on Sense and Sensibility. Rewatch it.
Crime and Punishment. Yeah, so I have the bad habit of, first, not reading as much as I should, but also reading a lot of books that end up becoming some real turds on the screen. So this was a little tough for me, but I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go with one of my favorite cinematic trilogies, The Lord of the Rings. I know, real risky there, but just a lot of great memories tied to that. It was at a very fun time of my life and hopefully our lives, where we were all hanging out on the regular. And back in the days, we would go down to midnight showings together and catch it. And sometimes we would watch it at midnight and then drive all the way to Charleston to catch it at like 7 a.m. the next morning, like psychopaths. But no, Peter Jackson, I think he did a great job. I remember reading The Lord of the Rings when I was much younger. I was in high school, and I enjoyed them, but I'm a slow reader, and it's a slow read anyways. And so sometimes it did become challenging for me to make it through, and sometimes I did skim and skip forward to the action. And then whenever the movies came out, you don't have much time to waste to build the world the way that Tolkien did, but I think Peter Jackson did a very nice job, but kept it action-packed, kept it moving. And I just really appreciate it. A lot of what weighs into that for me were just the casting. They were just phenomenal. I mean, Ian McKellen as Gandalf. I don't know anyone who could have done it better. Fantastic. Samwise Gamgee, Sean Astin. That's who really stole it for me. That was the heart of the movie to me. So many great points when delivering those lines about, I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you. Tears me up. Like, if I had to do hottiest heartstring actor of all time, it probably would be Sean Astin, because from Rudy to Doug in Stranger Things to Samwise Gamgee himself, he just always knows and delivers it in such a heartfelt, innocent, but just dedicated way. That line that just, God, I wish that was my best friend right there. I know he'd do anything for me.
Now, Slice, what did you think of Tom Holland's performance as Saruman in the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
See, in this one, I thought he was a little young at this point in his career. If you did it now,
Agreed.
I think he might actually pull that off pretty well. But at the time, he wouldn't have been ready. He was not ready.
I don't know. I think a 5-year-old antagonist is something that should be in more movies.
That's chilling. Absolutely chilling. We had dinner tonight at a local pizza place, and there was a toddler just banging on the table with his fork. And that is the most evil thing I can imagine.
I had one at Walmart today whenever I was trying to get some groceries before recording, who was screaming as she was chugging what I assume was a dirty Dr. Pepper from McDonald's, but a toddler. So, I mean, I guess there's dairy in there. I don't know. My younger son Desmond observed and said, "Oh, she Angie." And yes, indeed, she was Angie. So, yep. Good times. Right there with the fork.
Dwight, I'm sure you're going to have a film adaptation free of horrible little children. What's your hottiest film adaptation?
Absolutely. I mean, there are a lot of great films based on books, but I felt like it was cheating unless I had read the book. I mean, The Godfather's great. Lord of the Rings is probably top of the list for me too, but I've never read those books. God knows I tried, but maybe he could, lose about 800 pages. Like, just scrunch it up a little bit. some editing. So in high school, I read Dracula, which is really a snooze fest. I don't like the journal format, and it's not great, but a movie that really captured the heart of it is Dracula 2000. I don't know if you guys have seen Dracula 2000.
No.
But it stars Gerard Butler, friend of the podcast, Gerard Butler, as Dracula. Now, there is some creative license. It does take place in the 21st century because I don't know. Did you guys hear the title? It's Dracula 2000. But Van Helsing is still alive, and he's played by Christopher Plummer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's remained alive by drinking some of Dracula's blood. He has Dracula in a silver coffin, and he stands guard over him until some ne'er-do-wells think that he's guarding it like a treasure. So they break in and take Dracula's silver coffin and accidentally awaken Dracula. Anyway, there's this whole Dracula being evil, biting people, turning people into vampires. But the twist at the end is Dracula is Judas Iscariot, just like in the book. God has cursed Judas to eternal life until he seeks redemption, which he never does because he's evil and he's also Dracula.
I had completely forgotten about this movie until just now, and elements of it are all coming back to me now. And I did not even realize that was Gerard Butler playing Dracula / Judas Iscariot.
It's probably the first thing we ever saw Gerard Butler in.
Right. Yeah. This was well before 300. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I mean, we got Omar Epps. We got sex predator Danny Masterson.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer Esposito.
Jennifer Esposito. Vitamin C. Beck's favorite music artist. Nathan Fillion's in this. I don't even remember that.
What?
Jerry Ryan.
I don't remember that
all
either.
your nerd people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
I bet Christopher Plummer was terrific as Van Helsing. That's fun casting.
He famously hated being in The Sound of Music. Do you think he finished up Dracula 2000 and said, "This is the one. This is the one I'm finally proud of"?
My career is complete. Good night. Brett said, "Where's my paycheck? All right, see you, nerds. I'm out." Welcome back, everybody. Now, before I get to our second hottie, I do have potentially a bit of bad news to share. That next week, there probably won't be a new episode because us awesome guys, we're heading to the beach, baby. That's right. It's beach week here at next week is beach week with Two Hotties and a Naughty. So most likely, you won't be hearing a new episode. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe something will come out. It's an amalgamation of all of our greatest hits. Maybe not. Maybe just enjoy the week off and we'll catch you the week after. But anyways, that brings me to our second hottie this week. Guys, what's your hottiest beach activity? There are so many great ones to choose from. So much to do at the beach, whether you're just sitting there, enjoying that ocean air, drinking a cold one, whatever, playing some, volleyball with Maverick and Goose and Iceman. So much to do at the beach. Me, myself, what I like to do is I like to go on a seashell walk. That's right. This walk is with a mission. That's right. Yeah, see? I'm a simple guy.
So sweet.
When I'm at the beach, I'm like a kid again, and I keep looking for the perfect seashell. Now, I'm not normally I do walk. I get, my steps in daily, but I don't just walk for the purpose of walking like I probably should, maybe, but I can't convince myself to do that. So there has to be some end game to the walk for me. For example, every day at work, I go on lunch and I walk to the McDonald's that's all the way on the other side of campus and back so that I can get myself a 99-cent iced coffee. That's right.
Yes. Keen listeners of the show will remember this, as I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I head over there, get myself my iced coffee, come on back. There it is. But when I'm at the beach, what's my goal? It's not the iced coffee anymore. I'm going to find the perfect conch shell so I can blow into it and signal the depths of the sea to come and rise and be my army.
Is
Someday.
Is that part of your Maha health plan too? Because I know ending every walk at a McDonald's is part of Maha. I didn't know about the conch shell.
I'm always nervous because I get a large black iced coffee, no cream, no sugar. But as I'm walking back to campus, like on the way there, I see all these people and sometimes I see them on my way back and they're like, "Oh, good for him. He's walking." And when I come back, I've just got this black mystery drink in the biggest cup that you can get. They're probably like, "Oh, he's got a freaking Coke coming back after that walk." Never mind what I thought. I don't admire this guy anymore. He just ruined that whole walk. He's going to need 3 more walks to burn those calories. No, everybody, it's just black iced coffee.
Man, I used to love getting a chocolate milkshake at McDonald's, and then they started putting the calories on the menu, and that shocked me right out of that shit. That was
real
horrifying realization right there. It was like 1,200 calories or whatever for the large milkshake. I was like, okay,
Jesus.
okay.
Yeah. Blessing and a curse to see all those nutritional values on the right there on the menu. But But on to happier things now. Seashells. There's so many. They just, the kind of nature's art, really. And I just love scooping around in there, digging around, combing the beach, and trying to find them that are fully intact or just really cool designs, and gathering up a bunch of them to bring back home to sit in a bowl somewhere for eternity, like God intended.
Now, are you with the boys when you do this, or is this like a solo wandering the earth looking for the perfect seashell?
I'm with whoever wants to come, man. I'm on it. And then like people get curious sometimes and like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, trying to find the perfect seashell. And they're like, oh, okay. Some people are like, yeah, let me do this too. And some people are just like, oh, good luck. And they head back to whatever they think is more fun than looking for the perfect seashell. I would
and
love.
when you say some people, like you're waving in strangers from the beach, right, to join you in your seashell.
You there, sir. Come on this journey.
I can't hog all the fun to myself. Please partake.
What if I find two perfect seashells? I shan't hog them all for myself.
Oh my, that's a giant heart cockle you found there. Beautiful speckling on that one. Keep it up. Maybe next. I don't know. I'm looking at a poster of seashell names right now. There's the Venus Sunray.
Like you don't have a lot of knowledge in this particular study here. If you're looking for the perfect seashell, it seems like you should know some of this stuff.
I know some of them. I said conch shell. That's what I'm looking for. But I didn't know some of them were called cockles. There's the Texas Venus, though. I've seen that one a bunch. Yeah, there's some really shark's eye. That's cool. Angel wings, Venus Sunray.
Trust us, guys. These are all cool. All of these are super cool.
The Nautilus. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, the one I first mentioned, the giant heart cockle shell, that one's pretty standard. It looks like a clam shell. It's got like the little cream, but little orange speckles on it. You've seen them before.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
That's right.
This is all cool and great and not at all sex stuff. Not
at all.
Not a single one of them.
Not at all. There's the dwarf surf clam. Imagine that. Like the dwarf is out there surfing. Yes. Gimli, there he is. Surfing in.
Slice, I don't think that's what that is.
Wait, what?
No, I don't think that. No, I think, it's probably a small animal. It's probably not an actual little person on a smaller surfboard.
I thought I was still stuck in Middle Earth. I was thinking about Gimli and, the rest of the crew. But
don't be afraid to click those through links. You don't just have to read a description. You can click the link.
Oh, so Slice, you really sort of pegged me as a Jesus Christ. You strike.
I did.
You strike me. No, this is not better. You
pegging and striking. Man, I'm on a roll here.
Oh man, you're gonna get pegged in your cockles.
There goes my rose petal telling.
I would think that you would enjoy like a metal detector on the beach. Have you ever tried a metal detector on the beach?
I've always been curious about metal detectors, but I'm just afraid I'll find, pieces of man-made like Vienna sausage cans and things like that. And
you bet you will.
Well,
yeah, I would hope so.
And plus, I used to have a neighbor who would all the time, he would go out. That was his hobby, and I respect it. If that's what he enjoyed doing, got him out active and he had fun with it, he would go all through the area in Maryland. And this is a really popular trail during the Civil War. And he would find lead bullets and he would give them to my children. And I don't know, man. You can only take so many bags of lead bullets going to your kids before you say,
right into their mouths.
I gotta have an aversion, right? Yeah.
I was probably 10 years old, and I had seen so many 80s movies where people just find cool stuff on the beach with a metal detector that's all I wanted for Christmas. And I got one, and I used it twice, didn't find anything, and never touched it again.
That's it. Right there. Big metal detector got us in the 80s and 90s and thought that, oh man, we're going to throw this in all these movies and TV shows. So many. It still exists today, and I don't know how, but Kevin my son, whenever he hit around the age, and maybe it was because he watched our neighbor Greg doing this all the time and Greg gave him lead bullets. Maybe that's why. It wasn't TV anymore. It was just my neighbor Greg. But
No,
yes, he was obsessed.
Your son loves The Curse of Oak Island, and that's where he gets it from.
I blame Justin McElroy for that one. But yes, that's all Kevin wanted was a metal detector along with, well, that's the classic. All I've ever wanted is this, along with the robot we got him and the Xbox and all the other things that all he ever wanted was this, but he never got the metal detector. Came close. I found one on Marketplace, but they sold it before I could get there because I wasn't paying full price. What about you, Dwight?
A quick Justin story. When I was in the hospital, I had a liver transplant. And I was in the hospital, Justin sent me a care package full of all sorts of stuff. A harmonica, I guess to help my lungs breathe, but also as a Billy Joel branded harmonica. I think he just wanted to get me. And some books and other things. And then a complete, up to that point, DVD set of The Curse of Oak Island.
Yep.
I guess he just pictured me in the hospital with a laptop in front of me, just putting in disc after disc of The Curse of Oak Island, carrying me through my rehab.
You and Kevin, he got both of you the complete sets of Oak Island on DVD.
My favorite beach activity is I'm a big boy who sweats a lot, and I don't really like being hot. I just like being in the water. I'm in the water constantly. I'm not a guy who sits on a towel. I mean, I'll walk the beach just to sightsee, sure, but most of the time I'm going to at least be waist deep in that water. I'll do some body surfing, though I only go to the beach like once every 6-7 years. So maybe my body's not built for body surfing anymore, but we're going to find out next week. I may be in a sling next week. It might be a couple guys recording without me next week because I may have caused serious injury to myself body surfing. I don't use a boogie board because, come on, man. I got there's plenty of surface area for me to catch a wave. But that's it. And like summer, I want to be cool. I'm never in the ocean. I'm never around the ocean. So I'm either in it or I like sitting on a balcony in my hotel room and just listening to the ocean. That's another thing. I don't need a lot of stuff going on. I mean, sometimes, maybe once for a beach trip, me and some friends of mine who rob banks while wearing presidential masks will toss the football around a little bit.
Heck yeah.
It's a good time, but you can't, I mean, I don't always travel with my friends. So yeah, it's just being in the water. I love being in the water.
Whenever you're not looking for the monster wave to body surf on, the big finale right there. I get it.
Bodie.
I get it.
You know.
I do. And speaking of, I do think I highly advise you warm up with some wave jumping out there before you dive into the body surfing. So that was probably number 2 or 3 on my list of beach activities, was just going out and jumping in the waves. Right? You time it right when they're coming in, just ride it up, pretend you're dunking, doing that 360, between the legs, Isaiah Ryder windmill dunk. Yes, go for it.
I'm the same way. My hobbyist beach activity is also just going out there and battling the ocean. Just me versus Poseidon. Yes, yeah, exactly. Just going out there until I get too tired to continue and think, oh well, I'm going to drown if I stay here anymore, and then I go inside. If I could just jump right over the stupid sand on the beach, I would do that because don't want to deal with that sand bullshit.
I can't wait because Beck and I are traveling together. I can't wait for us both to enter the ocean and realize that we can only be out there for like 10 minutes before our bodies completely give up.
You got to warm up. Day 1, it's going to be like that. Come back inside, eat a bologna sandwich and some Fritos, go back out next day. You'll get at least 20 minutes before you got to come back in.
Oh, those Fritos are going on that bologna sandwich. You got to put the Fritos on.
100%. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's naughty time. We'll try to get through the senioritis we're all experiencing since we're not recording next week. It's a time of upheaval in my neighborhood. There's a lot of new and not so great stuff going on. So the naughty this week will be, what's the naughtiest thing happening to you locally, around your house, in your city, whatever. Pretty open topic here. If you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you'll know that my girlfriend Leanne's neighbors are quite the wily bunch. In a previous episode, I talked about a house down the street that had a above ground pool and 3 kiddie pools in the front yard, 2 feet away from a main road. And the house across the street had a tent in the backyard I was pretty sure somebody was living in. So let's do an update. The pools are gone. I did not call the city, but somebody definitely called the city. Now, is the tarp and the leveling material they used for the above ground pool on a lot that they do not own still there? Yes, it is. Now, replacing the pools in the yard, apparently in those apartments, somebody had a big old breakup. And all of the stuff was moved into the yard. And I'm not talking about clothes and a bed and a chair. I'm talking about cupboards ripped from the walls. We're in the front yard of this place. Someone is still living there, but like fixtures torn off of the very being of this house were just strewn across the yard. Across the street, not in the tent yard, right next to the tent yard, an elderly neighbor had passed away in the last several months. Someone has bought the house. The people who tore the cabinets off the wall were in the middle of moving, I guess didn't want their stuff in the yard they used to live in, just started piling it in front of this guy's house. I don't know if this guy knows these people or he just came home from work one day and there were half cabinets and garbage bags and boxes in front of his driveway. It was there for about 12 hours. The guy came and went, didn't touch the stuff. I think he's afraid of everyone in the neighborhood. I feel I need to bake him some cookies or something. In the tent house, there is now a second tent. There's a second tent in the back.
Oh, no.
Yes.
And last week, Leanne bought a giant tool, a 200-pound tool chest to keep her beading material in. So she told me it was only 100. Have I talked about this on the podcast?
No.
I can't remember.
No.
She told me it's 100 pounds. Do you think you can get it up the stairs? I was like, probably not, but let's get it and pick it up. We go to Lowe's. Out comes the smallest woman. I have talked about this, have I not? Out comes the smallest woman I've ever seen with a trolley with this tool chest, this giant cobalt tool chest on it. And the first thing I see next to the tiny woman is printed on the side of the box, 215 pounds. Leanne pops the trunk, and the woman just stands there with the trolley looking at me like, well, how you going to get it up there, big boy?
Get on it, bud.
You fucking got me.
Get busy.
She's like, I guess I could go get a lift. I was like, yeah, you go get that lift. You go get that little forklift thing. And then we put it in the car. Luckily, a guy was getting off work at Lowe's and he helped me push it in the car. That was made more difficult because Leanne's car has a seatbelt that goes across the middle seat in the back that I couldn't see, but was not unfastened. So I kept pushing against the tool chest, but the seatbelt was holding it, pushing back on me.
Yes.
That could have easily been taken care of if anyone would have paid attention, including me, but I didn't. But I got it in there. That's a long way to get around. We got rid of some furniture to make room for this tool chest. And a little like 3-shelf bookshelf that we put outside for anybody to take. The neighbors with the tents took it and just put it in their front yard. put it in their front yard sideways, not on the bottom, sideways, for 3 days. It was out there. On the fourth day, they put a tarp over it.
What?
And then it disappeared. So I don't know. I don't know if that bookshelf is now wet and warped and in one of those tents. But that's, I don't know if that was aggression towards me. It feels like they took that bookshelf as a show of force, saying, you want to give this to somebody better than us, but no, we're going to take it. And we definitely won't be putting books on it because we don't know what those are.
Yes.
I thought they were going to open their own little lending library in the front yard, but I guess not.
No. I don't know what they would put in the library. I don't know what they would, little free dime
Beanie
bags.
Babies.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, seashells they find while
Right.
combing. Yeah.
All my
The
old
imperfect-
seashells that they...
I don't know, man. It's a mess around here. I feel bad for the guy who's moved in across the street. But I'm going to find out that he knows one of these people. Is what it's like. He's going to be part of this crew that I'm battling constantly. I don't know. There's nothing to do.
He's their plant. He's their plant.
Yeah.
He's getting reconnaissance on, he's checking you guys out, getting a feel for you, stealing the bookshelf, messing with your mind by putting it over there. Oh, it's all the long con. The whole block is just going to be this army of tent dwellers that's, yep.
100%. And part of being a man in your 40s is gradually the entire neighborhood turning against you. This is just,
Oh, yeah.
this is what life is like.
Oh, Beck, what is happening locally?
Well, so I have a different cascading crisis occurring in my neighborhood, which is that people come to my house and ring the doorbell sometimes.
Oh, no.
And I work from home, so I'm here most of the time. And first, whenever anyone approaches the house, my dog Coco goes insane and begins bork, 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 pandemonium, the end of the world, and continues to bork until I go downstairs and see who has activated the doorbell. And it's one of two people. It is someone from this company that leases solar panels, trying to get me to lease a solar panel. Or it is now someone from a local exterminator. You would think that it would be religious people constantly because of where I live. Fortunately, I think because secretly many of my neighbors are terrible and already Jesus people, I think that they think, oh, well, this sort of nice middle class neighborhood, obviously all of these people are already right-wing fascist dipshits, so we can focus on bothering, people in other neighborhoods with our nonsense. But I don't want to buy anything from someone going door to door. Even if you're selling something that I definitely do want, I'm not buying it from someone going door to door. We live in a country that still has some great stuff in it, like stores and shops. I like to buy things from stores and shops, and I'm not gonna give money and information to just some asshole who comes up to my door in the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I found out recently my dad bought an insurance policy off of someone that just came to the door to door,
Oh, God.
door to
Oh,
door
my God.
insurance. I said, have you ever heard of that before? Door to door insurance? He's like, no. I was like, well, that should have been a big old red flag.
Yeah. If they're doing such a good job, why are they coming door to door? Like, if their work is really that good. I hate that. It really bothers me. I'm on the verge of putting up being that guy that has like no solicitors, the big black and orange sign right out there. I don't know if I have legal grounds to
I want one of those signs, but my wife says that would be hostile or tacky. So So she is now making herself my enemy over this no solicitor sign.
We can get you a real classy one 3D printed. She can pick the font. She can pick the colors. She can make it as crystal as she wants.
My neighbors have one. We're dog sitting right now, and my neighbors have one. It's very nice, and it's like it almost looks like the Footsteps poem, but it says like no solicitors, like only one set of footsteps here for a reason, because I don't want you walking with me. Let me go. Bye.
When there were two sets of footprints, that was you being escorted off my property.
Right. That was you uninvited. It went back to one real quick. GTFO, no solicitors. Seashells.
Also, somebody came knocking on Leanne's door. She's lived here for 7 years. Someone knocked on the door looking for the person who used to own the house. It wasn't like an official thing. It was like, hey, is this person here? I wanted to say hi. Sir, it's been 7 years. 7 years.
Oh, my. Yeah. That friendship was really valuable if you haven't stayed up to date since then, bub. Yeah.
I just got out of the joint.
Been a little tied up, preoccupied.
Slice, what's been going on?
Well, guys, up until today, I probably would have talked about these fucking flock cams and everything, and the blight they are upon the community, and just how horrible that's been. But today I faced a greater evil, and I need to bring it to light because, most of us are really well aware of the flock cameras and so forth. But another evil that has just been released upon the local community here is Small's Sliders. That's right. Small's Sliders. You guys might not be familiar with this because what this is, it's the new hamburger or sliders restaurant that has opened up over in South Point, Ohio. The first location in Ohio, by the way, or anywhere north of probably the Mason-Dixon line. There's about 12 states that have these things, and they are little hamburgers, sliders, of course, which, by the way, I think sliders are overrated as it is. Yeah.
Slice, we're not north of the Mason-Dixon line.
Oh, wait. So I meant, Ohio is, though. That's what I'm saying. Ohio is the only place, right?
Well, not where it is in Ohio.
It splits the state in half?
Mm-hmm. It does, yeah.
Well, geography was never my strong point, everybody, but I thought I just followed the rivers like every other boundary. I stand corrected.
During the Civil War, my beloved hometown of Dayton, Ohio, was actually full of Copperheads and Confederate sympathizers. It was really sort of the place in the north that had the most Southern sympathy, probably. Yeah. Southern Ohio has its issues. Yeah.
Well, I know. I grew up in Southern Ohio as well. I know there's plenty of issues, but I just thought that the line followed the river. Well, today I learned. Anyways, what I will say is Ohio is the northernmost state where a Small Sliders is located. Most of them are down in Texas, southern states, and out in the plains. But I don't know what they put in these hamburgers, and I don't think the other people do because it just opened. But I was trying to squeeze in a grocery trip after work today over in South Point, Ohio, the nearest Aldi location to me. Very nice, relatively newer location. Thought, okay, it's Wednesday, it's 5 o'clock, won't be much of a fuss over here. Well, Small Sliders decided to open up right over there, and there was a line all the way out from the parking lot feeding out onto, Route 52 over there in Ohio, and it was just backed up. You could not turn onto it. We sat there for 15 minutes straight trying to turn to get on there, but they were so backed up. It was awful. It was miserable. And that's when I sent a text to our group chat and said, hey guys, can we push recording from 7 to 7:30? Because I was going to be stuck in traffic forever. And eventually I had to just abort the mission and go over to Walmart, which much more, way more inferior selection of goods. And South Point Walmart sucks anyways. Yeah, so for all you South Point fans.
The local flavor for everybody.
I mean, it
Yeah, you
does.
can't-
It is the worst.
You can't open a new restaurant in the West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky tri-state area without chaos. When I
Yeah.
still lived in Huntington, they opened a Bojangles on Route 60, and it caused a very similar traffic debacle. I mean, it basically closed the right lane of Route 60 for a couple miles because people needed Bojangles.
Right. It's not that serious. It's a fucking miniature hamburger. What? Wait a few days. Wait it out. Like, I was like, I cannot believe how many of you people are just still staying in this line for these goddamn miniature, like, kids' meal hamburgers. You're blocking me off from getting groceries. Like, it was miserable. So I just sat there until I could finally, I had no choice. I was stuck in the turn lane, could not get out because all these other cars are going 55, 60 miles per hour in the passing lane that was in between the turn lane and, the casual driving lane. It was hell, pure hell. Then I finally got through, but there was no way I was going to actually be able to turn into the parking lot itself. So then I had to go off road, go around, go the back roads over to Walmart and get like 6 things of my 20 item list. It's just miserable.
Man, are you okay?
No, man. No. And now I've just really got a vendetta out here for sliders. And I've just been looking at this stuff. And I just want to say that I think, to begin with, a slider is just a very underwhelming little toy burger.
That's right.
That is overrated as hell. The meat to bun ratio, like, what is the point even? Like, I don't care if you put them on a Hawaiian roll, that's fine and all, but those little tiny patties, they shrivel up and it's just gross. It's gross. And especially if you have leftovers, you buy a big box of them, you put them in the fridge and you get that hard bluck bread on there.
Slice, the world's moved on from us red-blooded American males who like full-ass hamburgers.
That's right.
Full-ass
Dos manos, 2 hands, baby.
Why are the liberals making my hamburger so small?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there are 100% people that have said this exact thing, aren't there?
Trying to load me up with that freaking bread soy. I need that protein beef for these good babies. Put that tea into my burger and that Angus.
I'm burger maxing, okay? I ain't slider maxing. I'm burger maxing.
You know what else I'm not going to let slide? They call their sauce smoss. That's right, smoss. Ugh. And you know what it is? It's a mixture of ketchup, mayonnaise, pickle juice, and mustard, and maybe some other spices. Yeah, I made that shit when I was like 8 years old, just going through making potions from the fridge and then putting it on my sandwich. It's nothing new, small sliders.
That's every fast food burger place's sauce, isn't it?
Right? Pretty much. Some throw the actual pickles in themselves, but others just opt for the juice.
Also, I thought we had established on this show that you are anti-witchcraft. What are you doing with those potions?
That was my past. I've evolved and I've grown as a person, and now I know the evil that I brought upon this world with my potions. When
You've
I mixed
turned your back on the dark arts, yes.
Mm-hmm. After I mixed Mr. Bubbles with my grandma's jojoba shampoo, I knew that I had wrought an evil upon this world that it may never heal from. And that's what started the first Gulf War. That's it for our show. You can find us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We hope you have a great week.
Thanks for listening. We love you.
Thank you for listening. This has been Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories and constant disappointments, as hosted by Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe. Editing and production by Michael Sullivan. Our theme is Handel's Entrance of the Queen of Sheba for Two Oboes, Strings, and Continuo Allegro, as performed by the Advent Chamber Orchestra. Crystal Howe speaking.